Here on Erie Digital News. Now a chance to check out some trending videos, and this is a bizarre story, Alaska Airlines.
That is right. The missing part of the Alaska Airlines plane that blew off in mid-flight has been found. Now, the door plug was found in an Oregon teacher's backyard on Sunday night. Authorities say that the piece could be key to the investigation into what caused it to detach from a plane in mid-flight. This happened on Friday. The NTSB chair says that some of the factors were complicating the investigation. That is the plane's cockpit voice recorder. It was inadvertently taped over at the time of the incident. So luckily no passengers were seated directly next to that section of the plane that blew off, but certainly what would imagine to be a long investigation. One would think.
Yeah. We'll follow that as it continues. Okay, flying is one thing. Well, I thought that went on me and it didn't. You want to give that a go? See if you can make the touchscreen work? There we go.
All right.
All right, flying is one thing, but how about the moon, a little lunar lander?
Yeah, this is Pittsburgh-based Astro-Botic Technologies. They've reported a problem with the Lunar Lander spacecraft, a United Launch Alliance rocket that lifted off from Cape Canaveral, Florida. It lifted off early this morning, but there was a separation that happened shortly after that.
You got to work out the kinks sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why we send these things up. It's all a chance to learn more about space, but they said that this seems to be an anomaly. They're confident that they can get this solved, but remember the goal is to get back to the moon. It doesn't sound like that's maybe going to end up being carried out on schedule, but we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, we sure will. This mission was actually to carry tech and science experiments for NASA. So
we'll get there.
Yes.
All right, let's come back to Earth,
time.
shall we? Although you know who's not back to Earth, fans of most of the local football teams. They are still on Cloud 9 today. It is not my lucky day with that.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, there we go.
Is.
And to talk Road to Vegas, we have to welcome in the one and only John Leidick, our sports director.
Where do I stand?
Right
wherever
here.
you want.
Front
You're in
center.
charge. Yes. All right. We've got the poker chip here, Road to Vegas, the site of the Super Bowl, and it's more than possible that one of the three regional teams could end up there in about a month.
3/7, right? What's that add up to? I'm not too good at math. That's why I'm in the communications. But yeah, no, the fact that this is the second time in the last 4 seasons that we will see 2020 during that COVID season, that we will see all 3 regional teams. Of course, just like that year, we saw the Browns and Steelers. This year, it's going to be the Steelers and the Bills going head-to-head on a Super Wildcard weekend.
That should be incredible. You'll be there for that game in Orchard Park. You know, ordinarily, that's a 2-7 game. You're thinking, well, the Steelers don't stand a chance. But we've seen the good Bills and the bad Bills. They're Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde this year.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway that we've seen from the last couple of weeks with the Bills, that offense, when it's humming, it can move down the field with anybody and against any defense. But we've also seen moments with the turnovers with Josh Allen. I still think Pittsburgh is going to need a recipe similar to the season opener in 2021. They're going to need a special teams play to come up big, or they're going to need a defensive turnover. The good news is they're getting some reinforcements, especially in the secondary that was battered during the second half of the season. Devontae KZ back from that suspension after the Colts game where he injured Michael Pittman. And then you also potentially get Minka Fitzpatrick back. The bad news, no TJ Watt.
Eva, I see you're wearing brown today, presumably for the Cleveland Browns. They're in Houston. That
Well,
game
if
on
you put us
WIC.
together,
Exactly. We've got brown and
but
orange.
we know that you're not a Browns fan.
Any
but that's
insight
okay.
on that game?
Yeah, I think you look at this, the Cleveland Browns, they took care of the business against Houston. The other side of that, though, Houston was without C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson, their top 2 rookies out of their 3. Tank Dell will not be available for this game. Should be a good matchup. I expect it to be a little closer, 36-22 last time. You're probably talking within 6 for this game.
Nail biter. But that's the way it's been all year for all 3 local teams, isn't it?
Hey, well, I'm already starting draft prep, so.
And if we're talking football, I must say, you know, color coordination, you are wearing Michigan colors tonight, Ethan.
This is a Buffalo Sabres tie. Let's not get it twisted.
Michigan against the world over there. No.
Right, Michigan, Washington tonight.
All right.